Join too. Hello and welcome. Please give us a minute or two so that others can join too. Thank you. All right, I think we're set to go. Good afternoon, Europe, and good morning, America. Welcome to today's joint partner webinar between CrateDB and Access.io. We have a topic that's from data to decisions, how GenAI supports time series monitoring and manual interventions. I'm Stefan Nassanin, Senior Technical Product Marketing Manager at CrateDB. And together with Amal Gupta, Digital Transformation Leader at Access.io, and Ansuman Kar, Senior Cloud Solution Architect, also at Access.io, we will present you today's webinar. First, some housekeeping rules that I want you to follow. Don't use the chat. Please use the Q&A function in Zoom to send us any questions. These questions will be addressed at the end of the webinar. And of course, this session will be recorded and shared with you afterwards, so you can watch it and share it afterwards as well. And please fill out the feedback survey at the end of the webinar if you feel like it. Let's look at the agenda for today. So we'll start an introduction of our speakers today. I will tell you about what CrateDB is and who we are and what we can offer. We're going to look at the challenges and trends of IoT and AI in the manufacturing industry. And then we're going to move on to a partner presentation. That is the Access.io partner presentation, who also will be doing a demo today. Really interesting and cool demo. I encourage you to watch that one. And in the end of everything, we will have a Q&A with your questions as well. I'm Stefan Nassanin, Senior Technical Product Marketing Manager at CrateDB. I have a background within IoT development, IT architecture, and cloud-native sales engineer as well. And today I have two people from Access.io, or actually three, we can say that. First of all, we have Amal Gupta.
Hey, hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Amal, and I lead the AI and data practice for Access.io. My specialization is providing business solution using digital technology. And though digital is a broader term, basically from cloud, AI, analytics, and everything in between. So that's my role. Thank you.
Thank you, Amal. And then Ansuman Kar.
Hello, everyone. Anshuman here. I'm working as a solution architect in Access.io. And these days, I'm helping our customers to build a GenAI-based solution. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think in first time in the history of CrateDB, as far as I know, we have an agentic AI as well as a co-presenter. Amal, tell us, who is Agent 1952?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of short history or a story and also a lot of technology. So Agent 1952 was the year when India and Germany signed the first trade cooperation. And because it's a collaboration between Access.io, which is an Indian company serving global customers, and CrateDB, which is a German company. So 1952 comes from that. It also shows our cooperation. But this is essentially an AI agent which is intelligent, smart, and help to solve problem. And today we are focusing on manufacturing industry. And last but not the least, it's intelligent, smart, and funky. So you would see more today.
Nice, nice. Thank you and welcome. Let's start looking at what CrateDB is and who we are. CrateDB is a company founded in 2013, and we were set out to transform the way businesses harness the potential of the data. So having a database product, CrateDB addresses the challenges of handling massive amounts of real-time data by combining the power of SQL and NoSQL flexibility. At the company, at CrateDB, we believe in breaking down the technical, temporal, and procedural barriers so businesses can act with speed and precision. And this is also a part of our mission, which is to provide real-time insights at scale, enabling you, the customers and organizations to adapt effortlessly to changing demands and embrace AI innovation like we're going to see today. CrateDB, being an open source at its core, has gained more than 70 million downloads and has built a community around it where users and as well as customers can deploy clusters at scales ranging from single Docker containers to over 500 nodes. And today we can offer also a fully managed service available on AWS, GCP, and Azure. And to achieve that, the company has brought together multiple experts from leading database and search industries. We have people from Elastic, DataStax, MongoDB. And what we do is to bring in their experience from a product and customer perspective. So to be able to fully realize the original vision we have of a kind of a best of both worlds for this database product. As a company, we're trusted by enterprises around the globe in industrial applications like ABB, financial services, mobility, and fleet tracking. And a very good example here is also GW Logistics Group, which is one of the leading international suppliers of material handling solutions, which have adopted both AI and the IoT to build fully automated warehouses for brands like Adidas and Amazon and so on. So CrateDB is a perfect fit with for multiple needs, and that's what we're going to see today. Primarily, you will probably think of Internet of Things when you think of CrateDB, but we're more than that. Even if we have customers like a UK-based smart energy customer that deploys huge amount of sensor data and readings. So they are ingesting 2 billion data points per day, gathering above 1 terabyte of data per day, and then being able to analyze it in real time. We're good at time series, which you're also going to see today, and many other things. Any data intensive project we are able to handle. So CrateDB is great, right? When combining sensor data and AI, as it can collect and handle a lot of data, types of data, and also enable the use of the data. So if you look from the left to the right, you will see how different types of data and formats as JSON, geospatial, full text, relational, and even vector data can be ingested. And once it's ingested into CrateDB, which acts as a unified data layer, so to speak, we are able to offer a powerful solution solving the challenges with AI for IoT by managing, processing, and analyzing massive IoT data sets in real time. And you can do different searches, including semantic search. You can query over different data sets through a native SQL language, both ad hoc and in real time. And by that, CrateDB forms some kind of a backbone, a single solution for data intelligence, where combining real-time data, AI integration, advanced analytics will empower you and your business to be able to provide for smarter decisions and have more efficient operations. And does so by integrating it with analytics and any business intelligence tools of your choice, applications, services, and different platforms. And let's take a look at what kind of challenges and trends we have within the IoT and AI in manufacturing as a main industry that we look at for today. Combining those two in this industry will offer powerful benefits, of course, but it also comes with significant data-related challenges. And some of the key obstacles that manufacturers face is integration with legacy systems, where many still rely on older non-IoT enabled machines, PLC systems, SCADA. And so retrofitting these solutions to enable AI will just add complexity and increase integration time. So you need to ensure the interoperability between modern IoT platforms and existing infrastructure. And this is the challenge. Related to that, we have data silos and integration issues, as data is often stored in separate systems, making it hard for AI to access and be able to horizontally analyze data. So the solution here is something similar to what I've said before about the unified data platform or layer for for AI-driven analytics. We have challenges with scalability and the standardizations, where IoT ecosystems often involve devices from multiple vendors with different communication protocols. You need to make sure to be able to communicate with them, to be able to extract the data in a uniform way and to understand them also in a uniform way. And related to that, we have data latency and real-time processing. So in order to enable AI on top of IoT in manufacturing, especially in manufacturing, but also other industries, you need to ensure that you're as close as real-time as possible. And then we also have the workforce adaptation and skill gaps, where operators within the manufacturing industry need training to understand the IoT dashboards, alerts, and automated recommendations, and need to learn how to work side by side with AI. And then you also have the trends. We have emergence of smart factories, where manufacturers are adopting smart factory models, leveraging IoT and AI to enhance efficiency, quality, and flexibility. These factories utilize maybe interconnected devices and advanced analytics to enable real-time decision-making and automation. And we also have AI assistants on the factory floor, where the deployment of these assistants are transforming the operations in manufacturing by analyzing huge amount of factory data to diagnose issues and optimize processes. Also relevant is the data monetization strategies, where more and more companies realize there is a value of data as a strategic asset. So they need to develop the platforms to monetize these industrial data. And this is a nice thing here, being at CrateDB and being able to partner up with companies like Access.io. We provide an end-to-end partnership solutions, and this is what we are good at. CrateDB is good at tackling these challenges, and Access.io is able to enable the customers and businesses with the help of CrateDB and other tools to realize the potential in the AI and IoT sphere, so to speak. And with that, I want to hand over to Amal and Access.io. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan. And next slide, please. So essentially, Access.io, if you see, we are an AWS cloud service provider company. So we do everything on the AWS ecosystems, right from migration to the cloud. So if customer wants to migrate to cloud, be it in terms of any IT assets, in terms of storage, compute, databases, we help. So that's one part. And we also have utilize AWS proprietary framework called MAP. And then basically we don't only do that. If you see, then once the migration happens, or even before that, we help customers to also modernize the application, be it legacy platform or be it in terms of building new technologies such as data, machine learning, and GenAI, which we are also showcasing today. And so we basically do end to end, because if you see, when a customer is moving, enterprise is moving to cloud, there are several factors which comes into the play from a governance perspective, from a deployment perspective, from a migration perspective. And how do we build the success of momentum? This is something which we are good at. And last but not the least, we also manage the cloud operations so that they can run the business very well in terms of reaching out to new customers, innovation, but also adopting pay-as-you-go model. And then we do everything under the hood. Next one, please. Yeah, and given our credentials, we also acquired the status of AWS Advanced Partner, which is very difficult to get. And if you see worldwide, not many companies get that. So this is also proves our credentials. So if you see, that's on the right-hand side, we have done so many 100+ innovations, and this number keep on increasing, and then 500+ cloud migration. But then also we develop a lot of accelerators so that customer get benefited. We don't have to, let's say, start from black template every time. We start using accelerator, and one such accelerator which we are building today is Agent 1952. But just to give an idea of our customers, so we have done for all kind of industries and all kind of continents. So be it Europe, US, and India. So be it fintech companies, be it education companies, even companies like Deloitte, which provide services. Even for them, we have provided cloud solutions. And I will specifically touch upon Agent 1952. And we realize there is a big gap in the manufacturing industry. So while they are looking for automations, how do they, rather than take a corrective approach, how do we help building a preventive solution? And again, the power, we use the power of AI, AWS, and more so providing real-time insight using CrateDB technologies. And that's what we are showcasing today. And just touching a little bit on the manufacturing industry. Next slide, please. So if you see, manufacturing is a very complex organization, and they are essentially large organizations. So what happens if you see from, and they are not just one company under the hood. So there are ancillary partners, there are suppliers, there are logistics partner, and also they deal with the large company like Farm Fresh and different supermarkets and e-commerce site. So what happens, they have several channels, and I mean, we could only limit few channels, but there are digital channels, there are social media. So we provide engagement and we onboard those customers, and that's the engagement layer. If you see from the learn, buy, get customer onboarded, serve the customer, retain the customer, but also more importantly, maintain service and care, because these are very deeper engagements. And then if you see the next layer, which is operations and support, this is the core of the business processes which any manufacturing run. And again, I would reemphasize that it's not only run by the manufacturing company, but also together with the partners, both from a forward integration and backward integration perspective. So be it process design, launching the project, making a lot of sourcing and procurement. I mean, sourcing and procurement is a very is a small different word, but for this manufacturing setup, it's really start, because we are talking of 1,000 or 50,000 pallets in a quarter. Then making sure the quality is maintained not only in terms of order fulfillment delivery, but also in terms of warranty and production and everything. And the last but not the least, products and logistic, which is where the whole crux of the supply chain sits. I mean, supply chain sits everywhere, but this is the layer. And then a lead and govern are essentially the core enterprise capability from a finance management, from a compliance management, from a strategy, and also from HR. So, and then if you go below, these are typically what I call system of record or enterprise function, be it CRM, ERP. I mean, I don't have to explain everything, but this is what it is. And again, it's a human process. So there are personas, so different people get involved with different life cycle of the processes. So this is the last layer. Next one, please. And again, as I said, we are a very focused company. So we said, okay, we will not get into each and every boxes. So we'll focus on basically four areas. So one is on the supply chain from a product flow and inventory management, but also in terms of fulfillment and making sure the logistics are managed. Because if you see in a supply chain, we are talking of PL1, PL2, everything. And then creating value in terms of micro journey from a buy, fulfillment, aftercare. And then the critical component is the quality. How do we reduce cost of quality? Because that's what makes a big difference into a profitable company, or there is a lot of leakage as well. And again, the fourth area which we'll be focusing on, how do we integrate with the ARP function so that we streamline the processes, not only with the manufacturing company, but also with their process partners from an end-to-end perspective. So these are the four areas. But today we are focusing more on the quality assurance process. Next one, please. And this is where Agent 1952 come into the picture. So while we have a roadmap, we are also building, and some of the capabilities are already built in terms of those four processes. But today we are showing on the Kappa. And just to give you an idea of Agent 1952, so we are always building new age technology. So our Agent 1952 is not only automation, but it also intelligent automation using GenAI, the power of LLM. And then it also get a lot of real-time data, so that we don't fix the issue, we figure out what potentially could go wrong and how we can take preventive measures and involve the right person to fix those issues. So that's where the feed from CrateDB helps, and then we build solution around that. Next one, please. So again, I think I explained CAPA, which is corrective action, preventive actions. And today we are focusing more on the one is, of course, if something goes wrong, then how do we deal with it, and then we'll show on the temperature. If the temperature is going up and down, then how does the agent alert, and then corrective action is be taken. But more so the focus is reduce the cost of quality in a preventive measure. So fix something which potentially could go wrong. And we are showing two examples today. So there is an additional load on the machine. So the floor manager can go and check whether it's in a particular A machine or B machine or what needs to be done, so that loads are streamlined and the production goes as it is. Then there is a machine maintenance issue. So there are some vibrations, there are some issues. Then how is the machine performing at an optimal level, or what can be done? So these are the cases. And with that, I will hand over to Anshuman to go deeper into the solution.
Thank you, Amal. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, so before jump to the demo, right, and seeing Agent 52 in action, let me help you to understand the solution of Agent 52, right? As already Amal has highlighted, right? Agent 52 is built using the GenAI technology and built using the AWS services. But before you see the action, let's understand how Agent 52 solution is working, right? So here you can see the solution. So we have the right side where we have the motors. These are the industrial motors, X100, 300, 400, right? And we have, say, installed a telemetry collecting agent which is collecting the machine telemetry data, right? And then inserting those telemetry data as a time series data into the CrateDB. This is one of the most important part, right? Because Stefan has also highlighted, right? CrateDB can be used to store the time series data and analyze if used for data analytics, right? So here, so the agent is collecting the machine telemetry data and inserting those data into the CrateDB. So once the data is available in the CrateDB, now the GenAI part of this Agent 52 solution. So operator, the floor operator or the floor manager, right, wants to check, right, how a machine X100 is performing. What is the status of X100 or what is the status of X300, right? So the floor operator, floor manager can talk to the Agent 52. And when operator will ask Agent 52 to check the status, so the Agent 52 will go to the CrateDB and get the time series data from that for the particular machine operator wants to check. And not only after the time series data, right? It got the latest time series data, but now it needs to use certain intelligence to analyze and understand that what is the status, right? Because the time series data are just nothing but the data, right? So you have to analyze that data. So for that, Agent 52 will use the LLM capability. So here Agent 52 will refer the user manual of those machines, right? So where you have specified, the machine provider has given the details that, okay, this machine can operate, this is the normal operating range for the temperature, the vibration, the load, right? All those details are mentioned in the user manual of those machines. Now, those machine user manual information are stored into the knowledge DB here. As you can see in the diagram, the knowledge DB, where Agent 52 has stored all those user manual details. So now, after getting the data from the CrateDB, Agent 52 will will take the information from the knowledge DB, get the normal range information, and then we'll take the help of LLM to analyze and understand the machine status. And if any of the parameter is out of range, which is a warning range or alarming range, right? Then Agent 52, based on the LLM analysis, it will understand that, oh, this machine is performing abnormally or above the warning range, or it is normal range, right? If it is abnormal or warning range, then it will send a email notification to the floor manager, floor operator, right? So that's how Agent 52 works. And so now what is where you can use it, right? So as I explained, right? So from this explanation, you can understand that Agent 52 can be used as a machine co-pilot, right? And it can help machine operator, floor manager to check the machine efficiently. In an industry, in a factory, in a plant, there may be many such machines installed, and those machines might have, say, 50 pages, 100 pages of user manual, right? For a floor operator or a machine operator to check the information from those 100 pages book or the user manual, it's not an easy job, right? So where we feel that Agent 52 can help efficiently to check, refer those user manuals, get the data efficiently from those user manuals, get the time series data, analyze it quickly, and let operator know how the machine is performing. Now, as part of Kappa, what Amal was explaining, if we implement this Agent 52 solution in a scheduler way, right, where this Agent 52 will automatically be triggered in a certain scheduled interval, then Agent 52 can check the data, the machine status on its own and understand and can send the alarming or warning notification. So which can fulfill your CAPA requirement, and you can have the preventive actions. You can take the preventive measures when you get to know that, oh, one machine is performing above normal temperature or the load is high or not, right? Depending on that, when you get the alarm notification or the email, then the floor operator, floor manager can easily understand what to do. So that's how you can prevent a catastrophic incident from happening from the factory, right? So this is how we feel that the Agent 52 solution can help, right? Which is based using using the GenAI technology and the CrateDB for storing the time series data. So now let me show you how Agent 52 can perform this job. Yeah, thank you, Stefan. Let me share the screen. Hope you can see my screen. So here, just let me. So this is the user manual of those imaginary machines, right? So here you can see we have these details, and I can show you here we have mentioned the parameters, the normal range, vibration, temperature, all those range, right? So let me first open the here, 1 minute. Yeah. So let me ask. So when Agent 52 is collecting the data from CrateDB, analyzing, taking help from LLM, analyzing those data and deciding whether machine is performing fine or in alarming condition, let me show you the user manual here. So here we have given those details, right? The vibration we have mentioned 0.5 to 2 mm, temperature 30 to 60 degree, right? Speed we mentioned 1700 to 1900 RPM, right? Those details we have mentioned here, right? So all these parameters are there. So now Agent 52 will analyze those details. Okay, so it is analyzing, right? Yeah, you can see here. So it has mentioned that all the parameters are in normal range. Vibration, this is the current vibration, but it is within the normal range, right? Temperature within the normal range, speed, everything is in the normal range, right? So it is saying that all parameters. So quickly, you can see that how Agent 52 can help a floor operator or machine operator to fetch the data from the CrateDB, analyze those data and compare with the user manual information mentioned here, right? And decide that how the machine is performing. So here you can see these are only few parameters. So if there are many such parameters, it's more than say 10, 15 parameters, then comparing those, deciding, it will be very easy if we have a solution like Agent 52, right? So let me ask how the other machine is performing, right? So when again Agent 52 is trying to get the details of the X200, let me show you here. This is our CrateDB, right? You can see here we are keep on inserting the data, and let me show you the status of X200. Okay. So this is the CrateDB admin UI from where we can see the data, right? The time series data getting inserted. So we have built a small tool. So this tool is acting as a telemetry data collector agent. So it is collecting the data and inserting into the CrateDB. So this same scenario we have implemented here using a tool which is inserting data into the CrateDB database, right? And you can see here for the machine 200 temperature is very high, right? Now if we see, yeah, you can see here, this is it sent a warning email saying that this is high temperature, right? And let me see the mail has received or not. Yeah, you can see it has sent an email which is saying that abnormal condition has been detected for machine X200, temperature is very high, right? So this is how you can see how we can use the Agent 52 solution to help floor operator, machine operator to operate a machine efficiently, where they can take the help of Agent 52, quickly analyze the data and compare with the user manual. No need to go page, find out where is this information and check manually. It can help to do that job, right? Because if you have a big user manual, then we can have, see here, it's just a 7-8 page user manual, but there can be a big user manual referring that, getting the data and analyzing and deciding, where we feel that Agent 52 can help as a co-pilot for the floor operator or the machine operator to operate those machines efficiently, right? So now I'll just give you a little bit more information on this, that how we have done. Okay, I can show you here. So this is a GenAI based solution. So here you can see we have used a model. So this is our platform for the GenAI, right? So here we have using this platform, we have like this UI, we have created the Agent 52 solution at the bot, and we have given a instruction, right? So every LLM needs an instruction. So we have given here set of instructions, how to collect the data, right? How to analyze the data and understand the machine status, and what to do when the operator, this like we can see here, right? So if temperature is above normal, send the email to the floor operator, floor manager, like that way we have given the instructions. And here we have given certain tools to this Agent 52 bot, right? So you can see these tools we have given. So this tool is for collecting the information from the database, from the user manual, which is from the knowledge DB. Then we have the tool to send the email. This tool will be used by agent when any machine is not performing normally and you have to send an alert or warning email. And then we have created another tool to talk to the CrateDB to get the data from the CrateDB, that is the machine time series data, right? So these are the different tools we have given to the agent, and how this agent is performing, you have seen, right? So if you want, let me go back to the architecture document and help you to understand the overall architecture of this CrateDB solution. Yeah, so now I'll stop the demo and I'll ask Stephen, yeah, can you share the slide deck again? And yeah, so here is the architecture, right? So if you see, so as I said earlier, so this is based on AWS services and the GenAI. So obviously we have the Bedrock, we have used AWS Bedrock services for invoking the LLM and talking to the LLM, right? So you can see there, it is on the right side, the LLM layer, we have the Bedrock, AWS Bedrock. Now the user interface, the leftmost layer, you have seen the user interface, right? Which I have used to interact with the Agent 52, right? And so this interface, there are two parts of it, as you have seen. So one is where we can, using which we have created the Agent 52 solution, that you can see the page, right? And the other interfaces where I was talking to Agent 52, right? So we have these two set of interfaces. One we call the administration interfaces, administration layer. Other one is the streaming layer, which we use, or streaming interfaces we use to talk to the Agent 52. So these services are provided in the form of APIs through API gateways, AWS API gateways. Behind that, we have the Lambdas, where we have implemented this logic, Lambda functions, which have this logic, right? Then we have the database, where we have stored the Agent 52 details. And then we also have a vector database, where we have stored the user manual in a embedded vector format, right? And then we have the orchestration layer, when Agent 52 using the various tools, and one of those tools is talking to the CrateDB, right? And to get the data. So whenever I was asking Agent 52 to get the machine status, it was using the streaming interface. Then it was coming to the orchestration layer. Orchestration layer was using the tool to get the data from the CrateDB, and then it was talking to the LLM, passing all the details, the current time series data of the agent, the machine, and the information received from the user manual, and it took help from the LLM to analyze and understand the machine status. This is the overall architecture of Agent 52. So I think that's all I have from the Agent 52 perspective. So if anyone has any question, maybe we can check and we can try to answer. Stephen, you have anything to add, or we can go to the Q&A session?
Thank you, Ansuman. Thank you, Amal. Very impressive. I think, considering it's GenAI and all the modern technology that is very buzzwordy today, so to speak, it seems pretty straightforward the way you built it and make it work without, effort. So good job on that one. And Ansuman, you were right. Let's take a look at the Q&A. And the questions that we have. I think the first one here is maybe for you, Amal. As you have a deep understanding of the manufacturing industry, can you tell me what reoccurring challenges that you see are the ones that are the hardest to solve, and why?
So if you see manufacturing industry, as I explained, so it's not only one large enterprise, it's basically the ecosystem, which is also the customer and also the ancillary partners and suppliers and vendors. So it's complex. And B, if you see manufacturing industry, they operate from a business perspective on a very thin margin. So the overall idea is how much they can automate not only within their own enterprise, but also across the partners, ecosystem, and supplier, and also forward integration with the end customer, right? I think that is what the need. And then even if one basis improvement in terms of efficiency, in terms of any optimization that yields to maximum benefit. So I think that's where the challenge is. How do I do end-to-end integration? Can I get an alert where something, of course, is going wrong, then I need an alert. But what potentially could go wrong, right? And before something happens, can we fix the something proactively? And that's something which manufacturing industry needs, and that's what we are catering through our solution.
Great, thank you. I think next one question is also for you, maybe Amal. IoT is already a well-known and well-adopted technology in manufacturing, but can you tell us how you see it and how XSIO sees AI being a differentiator and why enterprises should not miss out on this opportunity?
Yeah, so if you see again, most of these companies had been doing automation for a very long time. But where AI makes a big difference in because it is not only intelligent, but it is getting trained on the data in a supervised capacity and an unsupervised capacity. Because if you do automation through the coding or through the workflow automation, even the low code or no code platforms, then you still have to draw the boundaries and you have to make some presumptions about what could go wrong or what needs to be prevented. But the beauty of AI is it can go completely, it self-learns, self-heat process. I think that's the key. I would like to share an example for one of the company which we have implemented. So this was a big rubber plantation company in Malaysia, and they wanted their wastage of the product or crop yield was significantly higher, and that's where we deployed technology, IoT sensors, drone video analytics, which was completely AI driven. So what used to happen, it will monitor each and every plant or sapling whether it is growing at an appropriate level on a week to week basis or on a day to day basis, and drone would capture the image and then it sends to the video analytics engine, and AI would analyze and then say, okay, what potentially can go wrong, and also the corrective actions which were taken fed back into the AI engine, so that not only it says, okay, what could go wrong, but it also started giving alert to the field farmers or laborers so that they can take the action, or if something drastic has to happen, because in a particular, let's say 100 meters, something is going wrong, then there's something wrong, then somebody senior needs to go. So it started giving that analysis and alerts. And you know what, within 1 year of deployment, their revenue increase or yield increase was 10 basis point, which yield to multitude millions of additional revenue, and it was very powerful solution. And this is something which manufacturing industry could also do, that what could go wrong, and you don't have to rely every time on the people. So the AI can select, okay, this is wrong, this is what you need to do. And Anshuman has also shown in the mails, so it's not only temperature but what action has to be taken, because that's what the AI is trained on. So hopefully this gives a perspective.
Yes, thank you, Amal. I'm thinking about gained revenue. What coincides with that is also cost savings, and I know that CrateDB has customers that are able to do that through adopting IoT and the IoT and the AI combination and data analytics on top of it. One of our customers is within the food industry, and they're filling 33 cans per second, and this adds up to 400 data records per second, which are then being processed and stored and analyzed. This means that if they're not able to do this in real time for their IoT data, and say that the anomaly detection is delayed 30 seconds, then we have 800 cans that needs to be disposed because you can't use them anymore. So having the decision making and the detection as close as possible to the near time is crucial in the industry. So thank you very much for that one. Another one here, Access.io is a AWS advanced consulting partner. Can you tell me how your position here benefits your customers in the manufacturing industry? What are the, you know,
Yeah,
major takeaways? Yep.
yeah, so I mean, my belief is technology is not a business solution. Technology enables business. And to enable the technology, what needs to happen, you need to deploy the right technology at a right level, and also what are the prioritized manners. So if you see, it's not like you deploy AI and then everything, there's a magic key and then everything works just like that. You need to see how do you bring that technology, how do you bring migrate to the cloud, and even if you see the AWS ecosystem, so I don't know, the count keep on adding, so they have close to 300 or so many technologies. So when we go there to the customer, we see, okay, what are the pressing powers and pressing issues, and then what we also see, where do we first add the value, and what happens, because this is also a big shift for the organization. So what we do, we analyze where we can bring the circle of success, right? Because success breeds success. That's the philosophy. So we understand, analyze the technology infrastructure of the customer where they have invested. And if we are bringing CrateDB, do we start from time series? Do we start, building on top of a structure SQL, or do we just deploy vector DB? So these are the decisions we take so that they see success of momentum of success, people get excited, and then there is a value realized, and then we go deeper into the problem, and then that's how we keep on providing solution. And when we also upgrade or modernize the legacy applications, because they have invested, so they need to create maximum value out of it. So these are some of the things which we do.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Amal. And another AWS question, maybe for you, Angsuman. The AWS marketplace has a huge variety of data-oriented products and services. Why CrateDB, and what is your experience so far?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen, for asking this, someone who has raised. So when we started building this solution, so what we realized that if you remember the architecture of this Agent 52, right? So we have the three different data sources. One is for the Agent 52 information. Another one is the bot, where we have the knowledge database for the bot, right? The Agent 52, the knowledge database. And we have the time series data in the CrateDB, right? So we have the three database right here, but the CrateDB, when we are integrating with the CrateDB for fetching the time series data, we use the HTTP interface of the CrateDB. That is a very interesting interface we found, because using the HTTP interface, CrateDB allows us to run a SQL query. So that's where we felt it's a very useful interface, and it's a very interesting interface, because in Agent 52 solution, we have the dynamic SQL capabilities. So when agent or the floor operator is asking Agent 52 about a machine status, Agent 52 internally from that human query generating a SQL. And then that SQL is getting executed over the HTTP interface provided by the CrateDB. So that helped us to build this solution very easily and quickly, right? Because instead of this HTTP SQL interface, if we would have just a normal REST API, we may have to build up few APIs or different APIs to support different queries, different use cases. Instead of that, what we have done here, just a single interface, HTTP interface, and generate the SQL dynamically based on the human query and execute it over that interface and get the data in a JSON format. So that's when we were integrating with the three databases, we felt that's where CrateDB positioned itself as a unique database by providing this HTTP interface, the SQL interface. That's the one of the reason I think we picked the CrateDB.
All right, thank you for the nice reviews and advocating CrateDB in this matter. Amal, I know this is a kind of a premiere for Agent 1952, but do you have maybe any prospects, anyone out there on the market, and customers that are, that you're working with to implement this already?
Yeah, so definitely there are some inquiries, and as you can imagine, we just this is the launch webinar today
Yeah.
across the world. So, but yeah, the good part is we already got some inquiries. We could not disclose the customer because it's too early. But yes, there are discussions, and especially on the manufacturing and more so on the kappa, which we have prioritized, that how do we reduce the cost of quality? How do we, let's say, reduce the error rejection rate? Or, so these are the questions which are coming, and we would have deeper discussions. And as I see, there were so many participants today, so hopefully we should get more inquiry. Let's see.
Yeah, hopefully. I think that was the last question from the audience that we have from the Q&A. I hope you have enjoyed this webinar and that it has given you insights on the combination of AI and IoT and what Access.io is able to do on top of AWS and together with CrateDB. I want to thank you, Access.io, Amal and Angsuman, and also a special thank you for the audience for listening and watching today. Thank you.
Yeah, looking
Thank you,
forward to
sir.
your back.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.